rivalry game. We knew that ULM would come in here and play us tough. They did. We talked to the team at halftime. We were up 14 maybe, or 12 at the half, and we said, hey, Arkansas State was up 15, and they quit doing the things that got them the lead. They quit rebounding. And Monroe just crushed them on the glass the second half. And I said, we got to continue to do what we did in the first half. And our defense was good. They made some tough twos. They got to the free throw line a lot. They're not a great three-point shooting team. They don't like to take a lot of them. We won that battle about 21 points. They beat us in the paint, though, about 14. Joe had a really good first half, made some big threes for us. We got hot, call a play. He hits a couple in a row, and typical, you call a play for him, he shoots it over the goal. But sometimes you just need to let it happen. I thought he did a good job. Mike Thomas sparked us in the first half as well, did a good job, and I thought Kobe, the second half, hit some big shots for us, and Joe rebounded the ball. He had, 19 and 11. Did a good job there. We made our free throws. Actually, we were perfect. You take the 2 point guards out. Themis suddenly, after being ranked and Kevin bragging about him in the paper, he's struggled tonight. It's kind of the advocate jinx, I guess. But we shot him good, and we outshot our opponent. That's the main thing. That doesn't happen very often. But proud of this group, proud of the win, and looking forward to keeping it going. We told them we're halfway there. So we've got to rest tomorrow and watch a little film, and then come back Friday and get ready for South Alabama.
It was strange because when about 15 minutes ago in the game, they were shooting 63% from the field, and it was like, I mean, I guess y'all could have played better defense, or how would you kind of look at that? What were you thinking?
Yeah, well, I thought they made some tough shots, and they got us in transition a couple times. I called timeout one time and fussed at our guys, but they made some tough shots. They really did, and when they didn't make them, they got to the free throw line in the second half. I thought a key to the game in the second half was Nika doesn't get a field goal. He had 8 at halftime. He made a couple of nice shots in the first half. He's a talented player, and he only gets 2 free throws in the second half. So, again, credit Joe for that. He did most of the guarding on him, and that was big in the outcome of the game.
Coach, you always talk about being who's going to drive the bus each night. I feel like tonight it was different guys in different moments. Joe hitting multiple threes, Mike hitting 13 points in the first half, and then Kobe hitting 9 3-pointers over a short span of time. Just how important is it that even though each one of those guys can be leading scorers, that everybody can get a piece of the pie?
Yeah, it's when you have balanced scoring, it's the best. If you've got one guy that can go get you 30, it's great. But I'd rather have 5 guys getting 10, and because one of them's going to step up and drive the bus. And tonight it was Joe's night. He didn't score the ball great the other night, and he came out, and he's been really good in practice. And today, Kobe, who's been shooting the ball extremely well, did not make anything hardly today at practice. He got frustrated. He missed so many in a row, he got frustrated. And kind of knew he'd come out and play good tonight, and he did. And those 3 he hit in the second half were big for us.
How important is it for someone like Mike to give you that spark in a game like that, especially in that first half?
Yeah, he's still not 100%. He's coming back off an illness, and he and London Fields both, and now we've got Kentrell sick. He was sick yesterday, and he didn't have a great game tonight offensively. He played good defense as he always does. Made some good plays for us. But to have Mike back and contribute like that, we continue to tell Mike to stay aggressive, because when he is, he plays better. And he hit a big 3 that helped us get the lead from Logo probably on the break, right? And so he's shooting the ball with a lot of confidence.
How important are the free throws? I mean, what, 81%? And then only missed 5.
They're super important, George, as always, and we've been getting to the free throw line more recently. Maybe it's because we're at home a little bit. This is what, the 3rd game out of 22 that we shot more free throws than our opponent, and 2 of those games were at home. But we've shot them well. That's the best thing. Even when we didn't get many attempts, we were shooting good percentage. And I think this group in conference play maybe up to 77, 78% as a team.
How'd you like the defense tonight? Because you were playing more of a press and you were kind of also trapping them at the same time, and you were able to get a couple turnovers off of that.
We jumped in our 12 press in the first half and got a 10 count, had a couple of, got a turnover. We had a few steals. And the most important thing, it eats up at least 8 to 9 seconds, the shot clock. We didn't cover it right a couple of times and let them get it over easy, but I think it was big for us. And we actually switched defenses with 3:58 to go, I think, and immediately got a steal. And that was a big possession. We needed to keep them from scoring there. And we went down and scored, so it was big.
Speaking of eating up seconds, near the end of the game, there was a possession where you had multiple offensive rebounds off of the miss and eating more time off the clock. How big was that? Kind of that sequence, able to get a point out of it as well?
Yeah, well, with 3 minutes to go and a 10-point lead, it's not safe, but by getting those offensive rebounds, probably bought us a minute and a half, right? And I was telling the guys to get in the victory formation and just spread it and just make a play at the end of the clock. So the offensive rebounds were big, and that's one reason we out-rebounded them 12-6 in that end.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, Coach.